Hey loves, and welcome to my channel. As you see from today's title, I'm going to be doing some pop art nails or comic nails, however you like to call them. They're super in right now. I've been seeing them all over my news feed, and so I decided to try it out. And I just want to say how obsessed I am with the final result. I mean, I wish I kept these on, and I probably will do something like this for like Halloween. I'm thinking of like an orange color next time. So yeah, I was just so happy with the outcome. This was my very first time doing them. A funny thing is, when I first started doing nails, these were actually trending too. I was seeing them a lot, but I never actually tried them. So I finally tried them for this video, and I was just so over the moon happy with the results, and I can't wait for you guys to see how they look too. So for today, I'm going to be using my 3XL square nose C-curve tips, which are available on my website. We now have weekly deals, so each week there's going to be different deals, so make sure to take advantage of them. This week we have free shipping on all orders, so make sure to go take advantage of that. And follow us on our Instagram at craftsby9 to stay updated with all of our weekly deals. And of course, they're all going to be on our website as well. So the tips are from there. I'm using the 𝘂𝘪𝘗𝘰𝘯𝘵 stick-it glue to glue down the nails. As always, I'm using my pop-off method to pop off these nails immediately after I'm done with the video. And it makes me very sad because these nails I was just obsessed with. One of my favorites. The acrylic is actually a glow-in-the-dark color from Not Polish. And it was an accident. I didn't mean for them to be glow in the dark, but when I saw them, when I put them under the lamp and I took them out and they glowed in the dark, I was like, yes, like it just made it so much better. And everything, as always, is linked down below. And then the acrylic brush is from 𝘂𝘪𝘗𝘰 along with the monomer. And the dapping dish is from 𝘂𝘪𝘗𝘗 as well. It is one of their newest products, and it's so gorgeous and beautiful. I actually unboxed it and reviewed it a few videos back. So if you haven't seen it, make sure to go do that after you watch this one. And what else? Let me see what else. Right now, I'm not doing anything else but the acrylic application. The acrylic application, if you're new here, it is my favorite part out of the entire process of doing nails. I love seeing acrylic application videos and I love doing it. So that's why I keep it in real time. And I really like to keep all of the footage to show you guys maybe how many beads it takes me or how long it takes me. And I also wanted to keep the monomer and dapping dish in the camera in like the right angle for you guys to be able to see it, because I do get that a lot, that you guys want to see how I dip my brush in or like how I get my beads and pick them up. So that's why I kept them in the frame, and I hope that helps. This brush right here is my favorite because it picks up the perfect amount of like acrylic. And of course, it also has to do with your liquid to powder ratio. That is something that you have to be like, pretty good at for you to be able to pick the right size bead of acrylic. I was getting really big ones because these nails were on the longer side, and I wanted to use 3, maybe 4 at the most amount of beads. So I did pick up like really big beads. And I know a lot of you guys say like, oh, you waste a lot of product. And I know I do sometimes. Sometimes I'm super good with it where I'll like take off little to no excess of acrylic. And then sometimes I'll pick up these really big beads and waste a lot of product because I, push it down and then I just take off a lot. And that has to do with my liquid to powder ratio. I'm not great at picking up big beads, and so that's why it's easy for me to work with them, but I do end up wasting a lot of product. So that is something that you have to keep in mind when you're using not only bigger brushes, but when you're picking up more acrylic. If I were to have kept it in the acrylic for a little bit less time, then I would have picked a smaller bead up, and that would have been fine. But I wanted to get bigger beads to kind of go over the entire nail if I could. And you know what? I was pleasantly surprised that when it came down to the pinky, I went through, like, I basically put the acrylic exactly where I wanted it to, but once I pushed it up towards the cuticle area, I actually laid it on the entire nail with one bead. But I didn't have the right apex, so I did have to go in with a second bead. That is also something that if you're starting out in this nail world, do not worry about how many beads you use. Don't focus on that. That was something that I really focused on when I first started doing nails. I was like, oh, this like 3-bead method, I want to do it, or this 1-bead method, I want to do it. But don't make that like a priority when you're doing nails. Do as many as you need. Just know that it does take like if you use 10 beads, that it is going to, take more time out of your process. But there's nothing wrong with using that many beads. Like, don't think that there's anything wrong with it, because the end result is going to be the same. You're still going to, go over it with a drill, and you're still going to file, and you're going to go over it with a top coat, and the result is just going to be the same. It's completely up to you how many beads you pick up. But if you do want to get faster, then practice on using less beads. I still haven't gotten to the point of using only one, but hopefully one day. But I still like doing the 3-bead method. I like how that is. And then even then, sometimes I'll do 4 or 5, because I'll look at the side of my nail and I'll be like, oh, I don't like that apex, or I don't like this height, or it looks a little lumpy, or whatever it may be. And then I'll go in and do another one. I don't really focus too much on doing a specific amount of beads, because I don't want people to think that you have to have this amount of beads, because you don't. And that's what I thought when I first started doing nails, but you really don't. But yeah, this blue acrylic is so gorgeous. And like I said, it's such a plus that it glows in the dark. And for Halloween, I've been trying to stick to doing glow in the dark nails. And yeah, so speaking of Halloween, I have no idea what I'm going to be yet. I want to do something with my boyfriend together, but I have no idea what. Like, we've done Jack and Sally. What did we do? I can't even remember, but we've done a few, and I want to do something super, super cute. So I still haven't even decided, and we have so little time to decide, because if we have to order it or whatever it may be, like, I don't know. But I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are planning to dress up for Halloween. If you're even going to dress up, if you're not, let me know down in the comments. So here's what I was talking about, where the acrylic just laid flawlessly, and I was able to drag it down all the way to the bottom, and it looked flawless because it was 1 bead only. And I love seeing videos of nail techs that use only 1 bead, because of how satisfying it is. But I'm not able to do that with all of the nails. I feel like I would waste way more product than I already do. So I just stick to my 3-bead method for now. And then I feel like I had something else to say, but when I start doing these videos, I tend to forget. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all of your support, all of your orders. We've been working super, super hard on shipping all those out, especially all the Halloween collection stuff. You can use code HAPPY40 on craftsby9.com, and our entire Halloween section of products for nails is 40% off. So we've been, working really fast and shipping those out the next day, so you guys can get them fast, and you guys can obviously, use them for your Halloween sets. And now we are getting into the actual nail art. So I did get inspo from an Instagram post that I saw from, I don't remember their @ but I will be leaving it down below. And so I based it off of that, because I have seen different versions of how the outline looks, how the black part looks. And so I just decided to use it off of this specific photo that I saw on my news feed or my feed. And I will be leaving their @ down below if it was on it. I don't remember if it did, but I will be leaving it down below. Like I said, there's many different versions, and I just decide when I do new nail art, you guys, this is just me, but I really like to look at it, and I like it to be very, very similar, because I feel in my own head that if I change up a little bit, it's going to change up the whole design. It's just me, right? Sometimes I do end up moving things around or doing something a little different. But when I'm recreating a set, when I'm doing something based off what I'm looking at, I want it to be the same, right? I'm trying to recreate it. I want it to be the same. And so that's what I did. I have my second phone on the side and I'm looking at the photo that I'm recreating, and that is what I did, especially with something that I've never done before. And so I was super, super careful. But when I tell you guys that my brushes made it so easy for me to draw, as you guys know, I'm not an artist, right? I've always said I get super frustrated with any kind of nail art, even the simplest stuff. I get super frustrated with it. But this, I was so surprised, you guys. I felt like I was like, doing the most. I felt like I was doing amazing nail art because the ending looks so cool. And so I was super, super proud. And the fact that I was using my brushes and also my gel polishes, like, I was just so happy. I was in the moment when I was doing the set. I didn't even realize how long I took. And honestly, I didn't take like too long. It was a little bit of time, but it wasn't too long. And I was just super, super happy. So I am using my nail art brush set, which you can find on my website, craftsby9.com. And it just made it so easy. I had actually used or taken out 2 of the brushes from the nail art brush set, but I only ended up using one side of the liner brush number 3, which is the second to longest brush. And it really, really helped me, like, especially with this length of nails, it helped me so much. So the first thing that I did is I went with the black gel polish and went around the entire nail, like from cuticle all the way to like everything all around. And then I did 2 lines on the left side, and then I cured it under the lamp for 60 seconds. Every time I use a new color, I always make sure to cure because I don't want to be touching anything. I don't want to be accidentally mixing colors or anything. I also cure in between each nail because I don't want that same problem. I don't want to be touching or accidentally hitting the lamp or anything like that. So after each nail, I flash cure it. And then now I'm going in with the white gel polish and I'm drawing a line on the opposite side. And then from like half of the cuticle area all the way down to where that first line was, I draw that line to make it look like, it pops up. Like, that's when you start seeing like the actual art. And then I'm going in with the darker shade of the acrylic color, which is this darker blue, and it's from Money for Nails. They actually sent it to me a few months ago, and it's like their gel polishes are super, super pigmented, so I love them. And then I'm just doing it on the opposite side of the white, and it just makes it pop so good. And of course, to finish it off, I'm using my Crafts by 9 matte top coat. I mean, this design pops so much after, like, once you apply this matte. Like, I love it. It's my favorite matte top coat. I've gone through so many matte top coats where I wasn't happy with the finish or I didn't like it, but this one, and not just because it's mine, you guys, like, I tested out so many, but it is perfect and I loved it. So I loved this entire set, and I hope you guys did too. I will probably be doing this in different colors, and I just love it so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget to like, comment down below what video you would like to see next. Follow me on my Instagram at BeautyxMaira and at craftsby9. Shop on my website, craftsby9.com. And everything I use in this video will be linked down below in the description box. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.